Namaste, yogis, and welcome to another beautiful and special class of Yin Yoga with myself, Matt. And today I'm doing something a little different. We're gonna do a 2-for-1 class where we're gonna be doing the first portion, focusing on the upper body. Then we're gonna transition to savasana to reset our body to neutral and just notice all the sensations in our bodies and mind, transitioning afterwards to doing the lower body. So today's class is going to be a 90-minute class, and all you're going to be needing is 2 blocks and your yoga mat. And today's theme is going to be about relaxing. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, sit up straight. We're going to be getting our mind and body ready for today's practice. So just close your eyes, and once you're seated comfortably, start breathing in and out through the nose. Very deeply. So big inhale, filling your lungs, feeling that air coming in through your nostrils, down your throat, all the way down into the bottom of your spine. And exhale, drawing the belly button in, pushing all the air out, feeling it moving upward and out through your nostrils. So keep breathing, relaxing your mind and body. Too often, out of sheer habits, we tighten up, we tense up, and approach life from distance. When we have something to do, our automatic response may be to tense up, shoulders and neck strained, back bent, and breathing shallow. But anything that needs to be done can be done better if we relax. So in focusing on relaxation today, I want you to learn to relax, to really program your body, each part of it, to let go and be at ease. I want you to allow yourself to come into your natural posture and alignment without judgment. And I want you to learn to relax until moving, acting, speaking, and being all come naturally from this relaxed place. So let's keep breathing after this brief introduction to today's theme. And as you're breathing in deeply through the nose and exhaling deeply through the nose, you can feel that sense of relaxation taking place within your body and mind. You're noticing that you're becoming weightless. You're getting more and more comfortable in this seated position. putting everything else aside that you have to do today so that you can fully dive into today's Yin Yoga class with your body, your mind, and your spirit. This is a beautiful moment you're taking for yourself. And you should be grateful that you're healthy enough and that your body is functional so that you can enjoy yoga. A lot of people in this world don't have the chance that we have to be able to embrace fully into a class like this. So it's important to remind ourselves that we are blessed for having 2 legs, 2 arms, a functional body, and being able to do what certain people lost. So on your next exhale, you can open your eyes, and I'm going to invite you to place the left hand down on the floor beside yourself. And with the right hand, we're just going to grab our neck, the top of our head, and we're going to be stretching out our neck. So sitting up straight, we're just going to be pulling the neck gently towards the right shoulder. And once you feel enough of a stretch, just hold it there and use the power of gravity and the weight of your right arm to kind of deepen the stretch if needs be. So that should feel really good for you today. So there is no stress today, no rush. You are fully working on relaxing every inch of your body, every part of your mind, making you feel your best, making you understand that life can be a lot more beautiful when you're able to relax. And on your next exhale, you can release your head, bringing the right arm back down. Your palms can come to rest on top of your knees. And you can already notice the openness on the left side of your neck. So from here, we're going to be doing a cat and cow in the seated position a little bit. So I'm going to invite you to push through your arms on your knees, kind of drawing your shoulder blades back and down, curving your spine and looking up on the inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to bring your chin to your chest, pushing through your arms, spreading your shoulder blades apart and drawing the belly button in. So you're doing a wave. Inhale, looking up, drawing the shoulder blades back. Exhale, bringing the chin in, drawing the belly button in, rounding the spine and spreading the shoulder blades. So you guys get the idea. So just do this smoothly, following your breath. Should feel really good for your spine. So just explore your body. Just do this and see what feels best. So we're doing this for a minute. We have about 10 seconds left. And you can come back to center, sitting up straight. We're going to be placing the right hand on the right side of our body on the floor, and with the left hand we're going to grab the top of our head and then pulling our neck towards the left shoulder, really focusing on feeling the stretch on the right side of the neck, using gravity and the weight of our left arm to deepen the sensations we are feeling in that area right now. Always bringing back your focus to your breath. Noticing if you are breathing deeply or shallow. And if you are breathing shallow, please switch back your breathing patterns to be deep and long. That's the best and most efficient way to relax your body and mind, first and foremost. And on your next exhale, you can release your head, lower left arm back down, and sitting up straight. And then noticing how your neck feels a lot better, and both sides kind of feel equal in terms of openness right now. So that feels wonderful. So for our next asana, I'm going to invite you to turn around onto your knees and aligning your knees with your hips. We're just going to bring the right hand forward a little bit, and we're going to take one big inhale, raising the left arm back and up in the air, just like this. And on the exhale, we're going to turn our upper torso, scoop that left arm underneath the right one, and come all the way down to the side of our head and left shoulder. So you can have your right hand in front of you like this, and kind of like bring it down to the floor or closer to support yourself. So I like to have it in front of me like that. And this is the perfect way to stretch the shoulders and open up your upper back with the slight twist. So let's just stay here for 3 minutes, focusing on our breath and relaxing. If you find your mind drifting to things that you have to do today, or thinking about what you have to do after this class, I would invite you to disregard that and bring back your focus to be fully present on your yoga mat today. Anything else can be addressed after the class. And on your next exhale, you can push through that right arm, releasing the left arm from underneath, coming all the way back onto all fours. Taking a moment here to reset your body, a few breaths. Noticing the openness in your left shoulder, left side of your upper back. And when you're ready, we're going to bring that left hand in front of us a little bit. Big inhale, raising that right arm up in the air, twisting our upper body to the right. Exhale, twisting the arm the opposite direction, turning our upper body towards the left side and coming all the way down onto our shoulder and the right side of our head, sorry. So again, you can use your left arm to brace yourself for support, allowing you to find stillness through this asana. And on your next exhale, you can push through the left arm, creating some space and bringing that right arm back in onto all fours. So taking a few breaths here to notice how good that felt for you today. And from here, I'm just going to invite you to turn your hands so that the right hand point to the right side and the left hand points to the left side. Again, onto all fours. So we're just going to be working on stretching our wrists a little bit. So I'm going to be moving my hips to the right, twisting a little bit my upper body to the left, and then putting the weight on my right hand here, stretching that right wrist flexors and pushing through the left hand. And now twisting our hips to the left, upper body to the right, straightening out the right arm, and then putting some weight and stress on the left the left wrist flexor. So we're just going to be doing that, moving left to right, stretching our wrists, and it should be quite easy for you to notice the difference and find out what feels best in terms of stretching your wrists doing this. And now we're going to rotate our hands externally so that our finger tips are pointing towards our knees. So we're doing all four, but with our hands pointing towards our knees. And from here, we're gonna do a bit of cat and cow again. So inhale, rounding the spine, drawing the shoulder blades back, looking up. Exhale, pushing through your wrist, rounding the spine, chin to chest, belly button in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. And we can come back to neutral, turning our hands very slowly back so that our fingertips are pointing in front of us. And from here, we're going to be bringing the right knee forward, moving that right leg in front of the left knee, and then moving it back to go into shoelace. I'm going to turn just to show you what I did. And then you want both shins to point in a 45-degree angle towards both sides of your mat. Now from here, we're going to be lowering our hips down to the seated position. And you might want to try to grab a block like I'm doing, so you can sit a little higher up, which might be easier for you if you're not quite flexible with the shoelace position. So once we're settled into this, we're going to be grabbing the right arm. We're going to be scooping it around and underneath the left elbow. And then with our fingers here, we're going to try to grab either our thumb, our wrist, whatever works, to go into eagle pose. So this should help you open up your shoulders. Should feel good too for the chest. And then I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, holding this asana and just enjoying how it opens up your body. Bringing back your focus again to your breath and then calming it down so you can relax. And on your next exhale, you can release your arms. And from here, I'm going to show you a little trick to get it to shoelace on the other side. So we're going to be doing a turn, doing kind of like a 180-degree turn and going to the other side. So we're going to place our hands to the floor, to the left side of our mat, twisting our hips, and then coming all the way up, bringing the right knee in. And then the left knee lands in front, just like this. So now we're like in shoelace position again. So sitting up straight on your block or all the way to the ground, depending on your flexibility level, we're going to be taking the left arm this time, scooping it around and underneath the right elbow. And then kind of bringing our palms back to back or grabbing our thumb and fingers if you can. My side here is a little tighter, so as you can see, my arms are not going further up as well, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna be holding it here. So don't worry if it doesn't look perfect. It will look better with time as you get more flexible. Or maybe it never will be perfect, and that's totally fine. The benefits of the asana are there no matter what your flexibility level is. And no matter how bad it looks, it doesn't matter. So be kind to yourself. And on your next exhale, you can release your arms. Loosening up your shoulders, you can make little circles backwards like this, and then moving them forward. Whatever feels good. So from here we can uncross our legs, coming just off the block, placing it aside, and I'm going to invite you to turn and go all the way down onto your backs. So from here we're going to be doing recline twists for our low back. So what we're going to be doing is moving our knees a little further down when we twist to one side. So with the head resting on the floor, we're going to be taking one big inhale, drawing the knees in, and on the exhale, we're going to take the right hand, place it to the left side of the left knee, and then twisting both knees towards the ground. And then we're going to be moving them down a bit so that you feel the sensation moving down your spine to your low back. So keeping both shoulder blades firmly planted onto the floor, we're going to try to align our shoulders straight up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to be holding it still here. You can use the right hand to press on the left knee for support. And then bringing back your focus to your breath again. Reminding yourself that today's goal is to try to bring relaxation to everything you are doing in life. Whether it's doing a Yin Yoga asana like we're doing right now, or either cooking food, or filling out paperwork. Just bring that sense of relaxation in everything you are doing, and you will be able to do everything a lot easier. And on your next exhale, I'm going to invite you to bring your knees back to center, aligning your hips with your knees and legs. Taking a moment here to take a few breaths. You can immediately feel the release in your low back, more towards the left side of the spine. And now we're going to take one big inhale, drawing the knees in. Exhale, bring the left hand to the exterior side of the right knee, and then turning everything to the left side, lowering our knees down a bit so that we move the stress from our mid back or upper back all the way down to our low backs. And then again, you can use the left hand to press on the right knee down for support. You should really feel it here in your low lumbar area. And then remember to firmly plant both shoulder blades onto your mat, trying to keep the shoulders in contact with the floor. And then breathing deeply and finding stillness. And on your next exhale, you can bring your knees back in line with your hips. And I'm gonna invite you to straighten your legs in front of you. We're just gonna be going into 10 minutes of savasana. So this concludes the first part of today's 90-minute Yin Yoga class. We just completed the upper body. We're gonna take a 10-minute full relaxation break into savasana before moving into the lower body for the remaining 45 minutes of today's class. So from here, I want you to really focus on stillness. Try to be as still as possible for the next 10 minutes. The only thing that is allowed to move is your rib cage and belly through your breathing. It's a full 10 minutes of inner peace and quietness. And you can slowly start to awaken your mind and body again, wiggling your toes, fingers, bringing back your focus to the present moment. I often get asked, how do I know that I'm doing enough Yin Yoga? Well, if you found that the last 10 minutes were challenging, that you're having a hard time holding stillness, that your mind is drifting and thinking about all sort of things other than being focused in today's practice, well, you definitely know that you have a strong yang energy in your life and it's taking over. So doing more Yin Yoga will bring that back into balance, and eventually it will become easier to stay still and take those moments of peace and quietness. So we're going to transition into the lower portion of our bodies for this special upper-lower Yin Yoga class that I've made for you today. So you can slowly open your eyes. I'm going to invite you to bend your knees 90 degrees with your feet firmly planted on the floor. And from here, we're just going to take the right ankle and place it underneath the left knee, just like I'm doing right now, opening up our hip. And from here, we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to turn the left knee so that it faces the right one. And then we're going to use the right leg and the pressure on that right ankle as a lever to pull that left knee closer to the ground. So this is to really put the focus on the external rotation of our left hip. And it's releasing a bit again our low backs. So just close your eyes, become completely still, and just allow gravity to do the rest, and pulling those knees closer to the floor. On your next exhale, you can bring your knees back to center on crossing the right leg. And from here, I'm just going to invite you to walk your feet towards the outside of your mat, and then allowing both knees to collapse inward so that you're kind of forming a triangle with your legs. You should feel the stress being applied to the external side of your hip socket. And that's going to offer you a good release right here. So just hold it still. Let the external side of your hips open up. Take some deep breath again. Focusing on full body relaxation. And from here we can bring back our knees and feet in line on our mat. And then we're going to cross the left ankle underneath the right knee, opening up our hips. And then we're going to be moving that right knee to be in line with the left one, using the left leg as a lever to twist our body, putting the stress again on our external hip socket. And then closing your eyes, keeping your shoulder blades planted on the floor, palms up towards the sky or ceiling. Then just finding stillness. And on your next exhale, we can uncross our legs, bringing our knees back to the center, in line with our hips. Taking a little moment here, taking a few breaths, and then and slowly walking our feet to the outside edges of our mat, and again allowing both knees to come inward to touch each other, forming a triangle. And then again stretching the external socket of our hips, which feels really good. And we can move our feet and knees back in line, taking one big inhale, and on the exhale we're just going to bring the knees in and hugging them, releasing our low back, and then we can wiggle them left to right just like this, massaging the back. And from here, I'm going to invite you to bring your legs up in the air and then bringing your knees down, grabbing the exterior edges of your feet. We're going to be pulling our legs down and working on opening up our inner thighs and groin area, settling into happy baby, which we don't do quite often. This is a really good asana that feels great overall when it comes to relaxation. So just release your neck, release the tension in your shoulders and arms. Just keep a slight pressure on your fingertips, on your feet. And then just allow gravity to pull everything down without forcing too much with your arms. And we can slowly release our feet. Bring the knees back in. Holding them, I'm going to just invite you to rock yourself to the seated position at the top of your mat. So from here, we're going to bring the sole of our feet together and set ourselves up into butterfly pose. If you're not really flexible, you can grab your 2 blocks that we have and place them underneath your knees. Or you can just keep them beside for the next asanas. So bringing the sole of the feet together, keeping about 1 foot distance between your heels and your groin. We're just going to sit up straight, allow our knees to lower themselves down with the power of gravity. We're going to be taking 1 big inhale, and on the exhale we're going to walk our fingertips forward, finding our edge, and then holding stillness right here. Can allow your spine to round, your neck to become loose, the chin can lower itself down towards the chest. You can also use a block on top of your feet to rest your forehead on, exactly like I'm doing. This might be helpful to find stillness and hold the asana with more relaxation. If you were using a block, you can place it on lower setting like I'm doing and bring your forehead down to it. Finding a deeper edge into this butterfly position. And on your next exhale, you can walk your fingertips back, raising your upper body And coming all the way up to the seated position. So I'm just going to be turning around to face you guys. So from here, we're just going to be working on the hamstrings a little bit. We're going to be bringing that right leg in, the right foot just in line with the left thigh. We're going to be twisting our hips, facing that left leg, taking one big inhale. And on the exhale, walking our fingertips forward until we find our edge and enough stretching sensation in our hamstring. We can again use the block to place it on top of the left thigh and then lowering our forehead to it for support once we find our edge. And then bring back our focus to the breath. And once you settle comfortably into this asana, you can put the block to a lower setting and come into a deeper edge, bringing back your body and mind to stillness. And on your next exhale, you can walk your fingertips back, raising your upper body and just extending that right leg out so we can go into saddle pose. So then bringing back your hips in line towards the front of your mat. From here, we're just going to be taking one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to walk our fingertips forward and then finding our edge. And this is where you can use both blocks to create a tower so you can bring your forehead to rest on it. Once you find your edge, the spine can be round. You can feel the openness in between your vertebrae. You're applying the stress to your inner thighs, just working on opening up your lower body. If you were using the blocks to support your forehead, you can twist them to the second level like this so that they become lower, bringing you to a deeper edge again within the asana. I really enjoy using the blocks, like I said, because it allows me to really relax and support myself into each position today. So the blocks are a great tool when it comes to trying to really relax within a Yin Yoga class. And on your next exhale, you can walk your fingertips back slowly, raising your upper body, coming all the way up to the seated position. That feels wonderful. What a great class today. I'm really happy I did this for you guys. So let's take a moment here and a few breaths again to notice how we feel. If our mind was drifting, bring it back to the present moment. And we're going to be moving to work on the right hamstring this time. So we're going to be bringing the left leg in, placing the left foot in line with the right thigh, and then turning our hips to face the right leg. So sitting up straight, we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to walk our fingertips forward, finding our edge. And again, you can use the block for support on top of the right thigh. Allowing your body to open up on its own. And we can slowly walk our hands back, raising our upper body, getting out of this position, and just taking a moment to notice how we feel. I'm trying to enjoy a lot more the transitions in between asanas than just the asanas itself when it comes to the Yin Yoga practice. It makes for a much more powerful and relaxing Yin Yoga class for sure. So let me bring that right leg in. We're going to turn around onto all fours. And we're going to be going into the sleeping swan position. So from all four, we're going to be bringing the left knee behind the left wrist, extending the right leg behind ourselves, and you can grab the left ankle with the right hand and moving the shin more towards the front of your mat. And you will be settled into the sleeping swan or pigeon pose asana. So from here, just taking a moment here to allow my body to open up. I'm gonna use the block to support my left glute exactly like this. So feel free to do the same. I'm gonna take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're gonna walk our hands forward, coming down onto our forearms and elbows and bring the forehead to rest all the way down to the floor. And on your next exhale, push through your arms, slowly start to come all the way up. Sinking your hips forward and down, stretching up your spine, and then releasing your left leg back into all fours. So from here, we're going to slowly transition to the other side right away, bringing the right knee behind the right wrist, extending the left leg, grabbing the right ankle, with the left hand, moving your shin towards the front of your mat, and be placing the block underneath the right glute. And here I'm going to take one big inhale, and on the exhale we're going to walk our hands forward, coming all the way down to our forearms and bringing our forehead to rest onto the floor. next exhale, you can push once more through your arms, coming all the way up, sinking your hips forward and down, curving your spine, stretching a little bit here. And then bringing that right leg back in line with your other leg and coming down to your knees, lowering your glutes to make contact with your heels. So from here, we're going to be going to our last asana of today's class. And it's going to be a very relaxing child pose, using a block to support our forehead. So from sitting on your heels with your knees in line with your hips, I'll take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're just going to lean forward, lowering ourselves down, bringing the forehead to rest on the block, and bring the arms behind, resting the back of our hands on the mat, and just focusing on breathing in and out through the nose. Enjoying the relaxation that child's pose is offering us to conclude today's 90-minute special class that I've designed for you. And we can slowly raise our upper body. And I'm going to invite you to come to the seated position. So just sit very comfortably on your mat. So you guys should feel amazing right now after this long 90-minute Yin Yoga class. So when it comes to relaxation, it's important to find activities that help you to do this. Either yoga, a hot bath, a massage, walking, meditating. There's many activities that might be really soothing and relaxful for you. So teach yourself to become aware of how your body feels during those activities. Memorize that feeling and then practice relaxing until you can recall that memory and carry it throughout your day. And then periodically throughout the day, take a few moments to check your tension level. If you find any part of your body tense, take a few moments to consciously relax that part. Visualize warmth and ease flooding any part of your body that has become tight. Release the strain, the tension, the stress from your body. Your body wants to relax and your body wants to be comfortable, so always remember that. So I hope you really enjoyed this special class that I've designed for you right before the weekend. This class is a 2-for-1 upper and lower body class that I've combined together, and I've tried something new for you guys today. I've put a lot of time and efforts into this class. So if you can subscribe to my channel, if you're not already subscribed, share this class with friends or family members to show support, or you can even donate to my PayPal account if you really enjoyed today's class. That would be very much appreciated. So let's bring our hands at our heart, close our eyes, and we're going to take one big inhale, the deepest inhale you can do. And on the exhale, just release any last bit of tension that you might have not released throughout today's class. Focusing on seeing that last bit of tension leaving your body and mind. And that will be it. So until next time, yogis, have a wonderful weekend. Namaste. It was my pleasure to teach you today. Bye.